You clicked I agree at least 4 times today, maybe more. The coffee shop Wi-Fi, that app you downloaded to split dinner with friends, the software update on your laptop, the delivery service you've used for years. Each time you saw the wall of text and you did what everyone does, scrolled to the bottom, unchecked the box that was probably for marketing emails, and tapped agree. And then you felt it, that low, unnamed thrum of unease. You don't know what you just signed, but you know it was something. I signed away something important, but I don't know what. And you'd be right. Let me translate one of those agreements for you. Pick any major messaging app updated in the last 18 months. Buried in section 7.3 under a subheading called Service Improvement, there's a clause that reads something like this. You grant us a perpetual royalty-free license to analyze, process, and utilize your communications, including message content, metadata, and attachments, for the purpose of training and improving our machine learning models. That's not hypothetical, people. This is what we've been agreeing to. That's in the terms for 3 of the top 5 messaging apps as of last quarter. Analyze, process, and utilize your communications. Means your private messages. The ones you sent to your spouse, your therapist, your best friend at 11 p.m. about something you've never told anyone else are being fed into an AI training pipeline. And the perpetual part means even if you delete the app, even if you close your account, the license you granted doesn't expire. Can you imagine? All of this time, tech has been taking our data, very personal content, and most of us never knew it. That clause was added in a terms update that was emailed to you on a Tuesday morning with the subject line, updates to our terms and privacy policy. You had 30 days to object. If you didn't, the clause took effect by default. And 94% of users did nothing. That's the design, not a bug, the design. Now, let's take Jonathan, for example. He's a graphic designer in Austin. In 2024, he went through a difficult divorce. He used a popular messaging app to communicate with his attorney because it was convenient and encrypted, or so he thought. The encryption protected the messages in transit. But the terms he had agreed to 3 years earlier and never went back to review for changes allowed the company to retain and analyze message metadata and, in some cases, message content for model training. During that divorce, Jonathan sent his attorney photos of financial documents, text exchanges with his ex-spouse, and notes about custody arrangements. All of that data went into the training set. 8 months later, a new feature rolled out, an AI-powered legal document assistant that could summarize long text threads. The feature worked suspiciously well on legal language. Jonathan asked a friend who worked at the company, off the record, not as a representative, whether the legal assistant had been trained on user data. The friend said yes. He wouldn't say whose, but Jonathan knew. He went back to review the terms. There it was, section 7.3. He had agreed to it. He lost nothing concrete, no public leak, no identity theft. But he felt invaded, a kind of privacy grief. The knowledge that his most vulnerable conversations had been turned into a product feature. And here's what makes Jonathan's story not unique. That same clause exists in your calendar app, your note-taking app, your email client, and the customer relationship management software your dentist uses to send appointment reminders. This isn't one company. This is the architecture. Now, pause. Where else is this happening? The perpetual license for AI training clause has spread so fast that legal scholars have started calling it the default consent cascade. One platform adds it. Competitors copy it within 6 months. By 2025, an estimated 70% of consumer-facing software included some version of the clause. It's not just messages. The same language now appears in smart home device terms, allowing voice recordings to be used for training even after you've deleted the recordings from your history. It appears in fitness app terms, allowing health data to be used for research, which the fine print defines as including commercial AI development. It appears in your kids' educational software, where anonymized data is routinely de-anonymized by third-party researchers. And you agreed to all of it, not because you're careless, because the alternative is not using the software. And in 2026, not using the software means not participating in basic civic and economic life. That's not consent. That's coercion dressed as a checkbox. Here's what you now know that you didn't before. You know that I agree is not a statement of informed consent. It's a statement of exhaustion. In other words, I agree to allow you to strip me of my personal data and use at your will. You know that the companies counting on your exhaustion have built entire legal strategies around it. And you know that the clause you need to look for is always in the same place. Look for service improvement, model training, machine learning, or anonymized data analysis. Those are the keywords. And you now have a 30-second checklist for every agree button. First, search the document for the word perpetual. If you see it, ask yourself whether you need that app. Second, search for training. If they're training on your data, is there an opt-out? Most don't offer one. Third, look for the word irrevocable. If they say your license is irrevocable, they mean you can't take it back. That's your red line. 3 words, 30 seconds. That's the checklist. There's a document you can use right now. The Federal Trade Commission published an interpretive rule in March of this year clarifying that dark patterns in consent flows, including bearing AI training clauses in long terms of service, constitute an unfair or deceptive practice. You can file a complaint not because you expect the FTC to swoop in, but because every complaint is a data point. And the only language these companies understand is the language of patterns. You're not powerless. You're just one person who just learned where to look. The next time you see I agree, you're going to pause. Not because you'll read the whole thing. Nobody has time for that. But because you'll remember Section 7.3. And you'll wonder, just for a second, what they're training on you right now, that wonder is yours. Keep it. Until next time.